All Things Motoring International is owned and brought to you by SA's most trusted online vehicle platform, CHANGECARS. Our name says it all. Whether you're looking to sell, need advice, need finance, or need insurance, CHANGECARS has you covered. Coming up this week on All Things Motoring International, Mike returns to the James Hall Motoring Museum for this special Native Creative event. And Ernest attends the Old Tannery Car Show in Cape Town. This is a show to pique your interest.
Back to the future or back to the past, it's all about perspective. For the team at All Things Motoring, this is where it all started. The 18th of June 2022, we aired our first show. We filmed it at this incredible facility. Why are we back? Well, we were invited by the incredible team that runs this unbelievable facility. Theme of the day, Native Creative. You've just got to love the title choice. Absolutely brilliant. Around us today, you'll see incredible amount of visitors, incredible amount of exhibitors. Why do I keep using the word incredible? Because this facility is incredible. As South Africans, we all know the term no gaan ons braai. Behind us is something that surprised me, and I hope it's going to surprise you. We know we get petrol engines, you get diesel engines, you get hybrid engines, you get electric engines, but who knew that you got a charcoal engine? No lies, a charcoal-powered car. In the 1940s, during the wartime effort, apparently there was a shortage of petrol. So they used to use a minimal amount of petrol to start the car, and then that ignited a charcoal burning furnace that you see on your screen right now. Incredible, beyond. I wonder why it never took off. Every now and again, there's a piece of equipment that truly catches your eye. Behind us, the Atlas life-saving machine. Can you imagine? Picture the scene, 1910s, 1920s, you got 8-10 firefighters, buildings on fire, people are ready to jump out. Looks like a round trampoline with springs on the side, obviously because when you're jumping from 60, 70 meters, you can't just have a tarpaulin. But what I can honestly imagine is you've got firefighters saying, "Isn't that Martin? Yes, Martin used to date my sister and he really let her down." Okay, mana, good sense. So today's a very special day for me. When we started the show, the very first interview we ever did while we were putting together production was with Mandla Nkomo at the James Hall Museum. Truly, when they say the wheel has come full circle, today it's come full circle. Talking about wheels, James Hall Museum, going strong, yourself, Khaisang, Sharon, the same faces here. Tell us about a day like today.
Thank you, Mike. It's a very nice day. It's an enjoyable event, especially if you've got a family. Correct. And you need a place to be on a Saturday afternoon and that sort of thing. You take the kids, you go to an event like this. It educates them, it entertains them. It's always fun to just combine education and entertainment.
We've said it before, the museum itself is free. Donations are not only welcome, but in my opinion, they are truly deserved. A facility like this, I think the biggest struggle always will be funding. I look around, it's immaculately clean, well maintained. The staff, your colleagues are super positive. What are the challenges in keeping in this facility going?
You see, most of these vehicles, we try and give them a certain upkeep and certain look to them and certain feel. So but we would like to have them as mobile exhibitions. Refurbishing a car like this one costs a lot of money. So donations for those sort of projects are always welcome.
So I'm a very kind guy. I love this car behind me, the David Kramer Combi. There's a beautiful Alfa Romeo inside and some incredible other pieces. If you can't afford to maintain them, can I give you a simple solution? Donate them to All Things Motoring. Mandla, on a serious note, you and your team, this incredible facility, open 7 days a week, am I correct?
6 days a week, Tuesday to Sunday.
Come and visit with the family, with your friends. You will not be disappointed. Mandla, to you and the team, you go from strength to strength. Guess what? We'll be back regularly. Ergonomics. I believe that ergonomics is a word that's often bandied about, not understood by consumers, and definitely not understood by designers. Allow me to explain. I sit in this car in the driving position. Every single aspect of this car falls perfectly to place. Clock in the center, speedo on the right, fuel tank level, temperature gauge, a warning light to tell me if my handbrake was on. Look how the gear lever falls easily to hand. Look at the handbrake. Every single aspect of this car is perfectly designed. This is 1971. I want to put the interior light on. Falls easily to hand. I want to light my cigar. Cigarette lighter, falls easily to hand. Rear view mirror, perfectly positioned. Sun visors, easy to use, unbelievable design for the time. It is well known that I'm an Audi fan. I've sat in Audis of the early 1970s. I can tell you definitively, they do not have this quality, this style, or this ergonomic design. Some cars are truly ahead of their time. When you think of the 1970s, look at the Ferraris, look at the Lamborghinis. Their design was futuristic. It looked like cars that you expected in the year 2000. The car behind me, a 1971 BMW 2000. Kesson, big smile on your face with good reason.
Yeah.
You've had this car for 12 years. Tell us about it.
Yeah, I actually found this car abandoned in Bronkhorstspruit.
Abandoned?
Yeah, abandoned. The previous owner was a missionary and actually left the country and passed on. So the car was restored and just lying there, you know, in Bronkhorstspruit. So when I found it, it was lying literally 3 years under a tree.
That is incredible.
Yeah.
Now you've got something here that is unique. I cover a lot of classic car shows. I can truthfully say this is the first time I'm seeing one of these in the flesh. When you look at the car today, you haven't just restored it, you've restored it to perfection. What goes into restoring a vehicle like this?
Yeah, luckily most of the bodywork was done by the previous owner, but because it's been abandoned, it's been neglected, I had to change all the wiring, the fuel system, give it a good service, and yeah, lots of other sort of little TLC just to get it looking good.
Amazing. When it comes to restoring a car, there's no question, there's two elements. There's time required and there's money. In this particular case, was it more time than money?
I think it was more time than money because I had to find parts, I had to source parts, I had to read up on it and ensure that there were certain items missing, how they function, because you just don't get the knowledge just anywhere. So it's more time consuming, speaking to clubs, and things like that.
So Kesson picked it up for a bargain. He doesn't charge for his time. Off screen, we've agreed I'm giving him 15,000 Rand for it. I'll look to sell it for about 300,000. That's what I believe it's worth. Kesson, thank you.
Coming up after the break, Ernest attends the Old Tannery Car Show in Wellington, Cape Town.
Whoa!
Are you looking to sell? Visit Change Cars and click on the Selling tab.
I'm here in Wellington at the Tannery, and as you can see, the rain is threatening and the wind is pumping. But this hasn't stopped the locals from coming to one of the biggest shows in this area. We need to go before the rain comes down harder, so let's go check out some of the cars at the Tannery. I'm standing here with Lynette next to what is a very conspicuous Austin. But Lynette, I'm going to let you tell the story of this car because you said you thought it looked like ice cream.
An ice cream car, yes. I really thought it looked like an ice cream car. I was down at the George Classic Car Show last year, and it was 3 minutes to 1 o'clock, and yeah, all these cars were lining up to go on the auction. I was sitting and waiting for number 28 to circle. Okay, here's Austin A40 1949 car. What should we start this bid as? 50,000. Hey, the card goes up. Yeah, I put my hand up. Thank you very much. Sold. Magic, 50,000. I was going to go 80. So I was so excited.
I think this is a silly question, but are you happy with this car?
Love it. Now I feel like this is a Rolls Royce because it's got the shape, it's got the lines, it's got the heftiness of it, and I just feel this is cool.
This is what it's all about when it comes to the Tannery Car Show. Come here with the car that you love, relax, and meet some interesting people. I'm standing here with Irfan, and like you just said, Irfan, straight from the workshop, straight to the show. I saw you guys on the highway now. This car has been a showstopper at an event where there's a lot of showstoppers.
Yes, most definitely.
It's one of the best looking examples I've ever seen. Please tell us a bit more about it.
So basically it's you get your normal split window, 11 window, 15 window, 21 window, and then you get the 23 window.
And this is that one.
So yeah, we tried putting it together and building a little van, and so far everybody's liking it.
Yeah, definitely. When this thing came in here, there was an actual crowd gathered around it. But the inside for me is a highlight. Absolutely neat, clean, new carpets I see.
Yes.
And the roof, the roof is checking.
Yeah, it's got the rag top in, so it's basically as we try to get as close to the original as possible. But I think we came very close, yeah.
I think the guys at Legends Restorations have just created a legend. I'm standing here with another Cape Town local, Dean Davids. And this car over here wasn't just local. You've been featured in national magazines, Speed and Sound to be specific.
It's a conquest. I started 2008. I bought a car. And then, most Fast and Furious was that. So everybody was into cars. I joined the club, Toy Freaks in Paarl, where I stay. It started when, that at the old days, we had the white number plates. Then my number plate fell off. That time, the guy started with a yellow number plate.
The yellow number plates became cool again.
Then I said, okay, let's put on the yellow. And then we started, the yellow and the blue. Okay, now, after that, we changed to the mags. So then we started with the sound install. That time, I had a TV in there, DVD screen. People say, when you gonna do this and when you gonna do that? I said, wait, I must first save and do this and think what you must do and whatever. Everybody that helped with the bolt and whatever, thank you for this, because if it wasn't for them, this car wouldn't have looked like this. I wouldn't have been here. And that's why they in the front, a carbon fiber dip. So then I said, okay, on that plate, I'm gonna put the guys who helped me with the car, who put in stuff to help them to advertise them also. Because like I said, if it wasn't for them.
And it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work,
Well, folks, there you go, a proudly Paarl-built car. And there's a lot of good cars out of Paarl,
A lot of good. You must come to Paarl.
You must come to Paarl. You want to see more cars like this. This one here, though, for me, certainly is a showstopper in Paarl, Wellington, Cape Town, wherever you go. I'm standing here with Anthony Ashley, someone that I bump into often at these car shows and other events. And we usually have a special car to talk about, like one of the many special cars. But today we're talking specifics. Specifically, financial services for collectible cars.
Yeah, so I think as every petrol head, you save up money to buy a car. And you fall within a realm or a category of what your spend is. And as someone who's owned many cars and always wants something different, maybe something more expensive, and being in the industry, realize that there's a big need. There's a big need for people to be able to finance these type of cars. And the beauty about it is that if you've managed to save 250 or even 2 million rand, and that car is just a stretch too far, this is where our company comes in. So we're opening the gateway to allowing people to get into something really cool.
Yeah.
The premise of our company is that we finance what we deem to be collectible cars. So for me, a collectible car
GTV6.
is something that's gone through its depreciation curve. It's now become a smart appreciating asset.
Yeah.
So what we did is we formed a really good team of experts in the car industry behind us, and we vet every car that we are potentially going to finance.
Wow. Where do we get hold of you guys if you want to go through the process? We spoke about that Lamborghini Diablo I'm after. What do I do next?
You can find us online, collectiblecarfinance.co.za. You can find us on social media.
Well, there you go, folks. That's a compelling case to finally get into that collectible car. The rain has come in, and it's the end of our time here at the Tannery. It's an unexpected venue for an unexpected car show in an unexpected town. Certainly, if you are into the scene and you find yourself in Wellington sometime, stop by. And if the rain starts, just make sure that you get to the undercover.co.za stand for some shelter.
Coming up after the break, we're back with Mike at the James Hall Museum of Transport. Did you know? The Old Tannery was established outside Wellington in 1871. Almost 150 years later, the property is being restored, with a view to it playing a central role in the burgeoning tourist economy of Wellington. Nestled in the Cape Winelands, the area is a strikingly beautiful region made up of three main wine areas: Stellenbosch, Franschhoek and Paarl. These valleys produce some of the world's finest wines, and a trip to Cape Town would not be complete without sampling some of the area's best vintages or going on a Cape Winelands tour. A pleasant 45-minute drive from Cape Town, Wellington is best known for its wine, brandy, table grapes and fruit, but it is also steeped in history and tradition and is appreciated for its beautiful Cape Dutch architecture. Looking for finance and insurance? Visit Change Cars and click on the Financial Products tab.
Today we have the privilege of interviewing Officer Vogan Ibrahim from the Metro Police, but not just any department of the Metro Police, a special department. I'm walking around, I see there's no notepad. I think to myself, you're not trying to stop these cars for speeding? Are you just looking at old license discs? Tell us what you do.
Okay, we do public education on a special day like this.
Yes.
We want to encourage people to come out and have fun, but at the same time do it safely. Keep to the rules of the road.
But that is absolute key. Now, safety starts from a very young age.
Yes.
Yourselves, do you go to schools? Where
Yes.
do you start?
Yes, we do start at schools where we implement pedestrian safety, teach the little ones from a young age
Wow.
how to stay safe when using a road, any public road.
Amazing. So this facility, James Hall Motoring Museum, we've shared with the viewers. Many people don't know about it. You're based in Johannesburg. What an incredible facility. When you walk around, what is your impression?
What a wonderful event. I'm also a car enthusiast myself,
yes?
and it's amazing.
And your favorite brand, if I may ask?
My favorite brand is BMW.
What is it? BMW, Mercedes, BMW. But I've got news for you. My favorite brand is Audi. Officer,
okay.
Been lovely speaking to
Thank you.
Wishing you and your team the very best.
Thank you so much.
Obey the rules, respect the officers. They deserve respect.
Thank you.
I bet you if you ask 10 people, what do they think of when they hear the word rally? They think of cars with four wheels kicking up dirt, but not all rallies are about cars. Today we're speaking to Graham, the DJ rally, specifically for motorbikes. Tell us about it.
It's for motorcycles built up to the end of 1936.
So specifically 1936 and no more.
1936 and older.
Yeah.
Yes, this is a 1936 500cc Veloset MSS.
And we know for sure that's roadworthy because in the last week you've just completed the rally.
Yes, the rally this year was roughly 650 kilometers.
Wow.
Over 2 days.
So now the actual format of the rally, tell us about that.
It's a regularity trial.
Right.
So you get a route schedule, which gives you time and distance, and you have to be at the specific places at a specific time. We carry data loggers, which they then program set points in. You don't know where they are, so you just ride and try to stay on time as best you can all the time.
Now your navigational tools, GPS, modern navigation, none of that for you. I looked at the dashboard, that looks like something from the 1930s.
It's a route schedule and stopwatches. You have one watch just giving you your total elapsed time, and then the second watch you use for checking your speed.
Amazing, amazing.
If you're lucky enough to find kilometer stones on the side of the road, you can then work out on the rally table that tells you what time over what distance, and that's how you calculate your speed.
An event like this, do they have a sponsor? I see something on your shirt.
It's I2, they sponsored the event last year. This is last year's shirt, and they sponsored again this year, and they've undertaken to sponsor next year as well.
Incredible. To I2, all the supporters, all the fans, may the event go from strength to strength. Been lovely speaking to you.
Thank you very much.
You the very best.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Where have we seen this scene before?
I think a few years ago when you were here visiting us.
Hello. Welcome to the James Hall Museum of Motoring.
That's my job.
April 2022, this is where it all started. Sharon runs this incredible facility. She's the welcoming face, the welcoming voice, and the knowledge behind James Hall Motoring Museum. Am I right?
You are.
How did we get here? Depends. The M2 highway, or as the host of All Things Motoring, who grew up in the suburb of Blairgowrie, we got here by the number 6 bus. That was the Blairgowrie bus. Every single vehicle around me is a vehicle that did active service in South Africa. The vast majority were in the greater Johannesburg area. It amazes me that this incredible museum located to the south of Joburg is not frequented more and known more. You can ask people, have you been to James Hall Motoring Museum? And they say, what are you talking about? It is an incredible facility. Come with a family. It is free. They do not ask for a donation, but donations are deserved. Would I recommend it? Twice on Sundays.
As we close out another season, it's actually hard to believe that this is the end of season 6. But the good news is season 7 is upon us, and in season 7 we've got a new member of the team, and the emphasis is on the T. Themba Robin, you are well known as the man with the urban safari. Tell us what you're going to be doing on the show.
Well, Mike, first of all, thank you for having me. And yeah, I'll be in on season 7 with the Investigator segment. So it's going to be a short comical segment that we're going to do. And we're basically going to myth bust automotive queries and myths like that. And yeah, I think it's going to be fun. We're going to ask the people on the street what they think. And I might have to do some actual research myself to get to the bottom of those.
When you talk about fit for purpose, Themba, looking at you, you talk about a comical section. Comic is what you do. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I'm a content creator. A lot of people know me from the safaris online. So I do safaris about inanimate objects and just everyday South African trials and tribulations.
Not the safari online. The urban safari.
The urban safari. You almost say it better than I do, Mike.
Yeah, we don't need Themba. Okay, now you already say.
Yeah, so it's all about that. I love making people laugh and love learning new things. So we're going to try and combine those new things in the segment called Investigator in season 7.
On behalf of the team, Ernest, myself, and all behind the scenes, welcome. Looking forward to working with you.
Thank you, sir. See you then.
Coming up next week on All Things Motoring International, we take a look back at what made this season special to you as well as us, and show you some bloopers of when things didn't go exactly to plan. As we head into our break, we aim to bring you another entertaining season of All Things Motoring International.
If I put this on your car, I'll tell you what it will tell you. It will tell you your car is effed.
Where do we get hold of you guys if you want to go through the process? We spoke about that Lamborghini Diablo. I'm after. What do I do next?
I think you'd have to earn quite a bit of money to get a Diablo.
But I haven't been pre-approved yet.
Yeah.
Johannesburg Central, Joburg Central.
I think the guys at Legends Restorations have just created a legend.
That's a cool one.
I'm not, and that's the truth, eh? That's the truth.
Yeah, go on,
sir. Please go ahead.
The B is for blue, the W is for white, and the M is for middle.
Paul Original Panty Dropper Showstopper. You have the conquest behind me. Something to see.
You're interrupting a learned individual.
You are so excited to get that brand new vehicle, but you're looking for a specific model and specific color. Only to be told, sorry, there are none available. Change Cars, SA's most trusted online platform, will find exactly what you need, from A to V and everything in between. Change Cars, because that's what you want to do, and it's who we are. All Things Motoring International was brought to you by SA's most trusted online vehicle platform, Change Cars. Our name says it all. There is no safer online vehicle platform. That's not an opinion, that's a fact.